In this video, we'll try to demonstrate what is the difference between IEnumerable and Iqueryable. Now, both these interfaces, they are interfaces for .NET Collections. So in case you are new to .NET Collections, what my suggestion is to go and watch the collections videos where we have like 5 to 6 videos. And in one of the videos, we have already discussed this IEnumerable interface. So before you move ahead with these videos, what my suggestion is to go and watch that video, where we have discussed about IEnumerable. But in this video, we will concentrate on the differences between IEnumerable and Iqueryable. Now let me start this video by putting down 2 important points. The first point is both IEnumerable and Iqueryable are interfaces to .NET Collection. And the second point is, which is very important, Iqueryable inherits from IEnumerable. Again, I'm repeating, Iqueryable interface inherits from IEnumerable. In other words, whatever things IEnumerable can do, Iqueryable can also do. But there are some things which Iqueryable can do, but IEnumerable will not be able to do it. Now, there are a lot of differences between both of these interfaces, a lot of small differences. But let me, in this video, let me talk about that one big difference which will make a difference. So rather than going and talking about 10 differences, I'll talk about that one big difference between both of these interfaces, which will change your thought when to use IEnumerable and when to use Iqueryable. Now here I have a very simple entity framework code. Now in case you're new to entity framework, please do go and see the video of entity framework questions and answers on questponvd.com, where we explain right from scratch till a professional level how to use entity framework. But at this moment, I would like to concentrate on pointing out the difference between IEnumerable and Iqueryable rather than going into entity framework. Okay, but at this moment, this entity framework code, what it does is it actually goes and loads the employees database, the employees table from here, right, into this IEnumerable collection. Okay, so in this first line here, by using EF, we are loading the employee table, right? And just in the next line, that is this line, I'm going and applying a filter here saying that please filter for me EMP ID, filter for me the EMP ID which has value 2. Okay, so in the second line here, I'm going and applying a filter. Now let me go and put a debug point here and let me run this code in a debug mode. And what my interest is that basically I would like to go and see that what kind of SQLs are getting fired on my SQL server, because this is entity framework, right? So when I'm applying a filter here, it will go and fire SQL at the back end. At the end of the day, he will fetch the data from SQL server, right? So what I'll do is let me go and run my profiler here. In case again you are new, in case you're new to profiler, what my suggestion is to go and watch the videos on SQL server performance tuning, where we explain what exactly is SQL profiler. But in short, SQL profiler helps you to understand, how the SQLs are getting fired on your SQL server. So what I'll do here is I'm going to go and run this profiler. So you can see that I've started my profiler and I will say run here. Okay. So there my profiler is running at the background. I'll just go and clear everything at this moment here. And let me go back to my code here. And you can see now I am on that code, where the filter is getting applied. Okay. So I have a IEnumerable collection, and on that IEnumerable collection, we are applying a filter of EMP ID equal to true. Now, if I go and execute this, right? So I've executed this line of code here. Let me go back and switch back to my profiler here very quickly. So let me go back to my profiler here, and let me go and stop profiling to see that what kind of SQL it has fired. And you can see that here is the SQL very quickly. Let me point the SQL out to you. You can see that he's actually fetching all the data from the TBL EMP name table. My expectation was that he should say here where EMP ID equal to 2. In other words, what's happening here is all the data from SQL server is going to the client, to my console application, and then the filter is getting applied on it. Right? So when you use IEnumerable and when you apply a filter on it, the full data will go from SQL server to your client side, and then the filter will get applied. Now what I'll do is, let me go back to my code here and let me change this IEnumerable to Iqueryable. So let me go here and change this to Iqueryable. Let me run this application again. Let me go back here and go back to my SQL profiler, and let me restart let me go and start listening at my profiler. So I'll first go and clear everything what I have here, and let me start my profiler here. And now let me go and fire the filter. So I'm going to go and fire this filter here. Now let me go back to my profiler to see that what kind of thing it is doing here. And there it is. You can see now when I used Iqueryable and when I fired the filter on it, right, you can see that he has created a SQL accordingly. In other words, now only the necessary data will come from the SQL server to the client side. You can see over here he is saying where EMP ID equal to 2, right? In other words, when we use IEnumerable, and when you apply filter on it, the complete data from SQL server is sent to the client side, and then the filter is applied in memory. While in Iqueryable, the filter gets applied on the SQL server or on the RDBMS, and only the necessary data is sent to the client side. So the biggest difference between Iqueryable and IEnumerable is all about where the filter logic gets executed. In case of IEnumerable, the filter logic gets executed on the client side. In case of Iqueryable, the filter logic gets executed on the database side by using SQL. So as a practice, if you are working with in-memory data collection means that collection has no connection with RDBMS, then it is better to use IEnumerable. But if you are working with collection which is connected to database, then Iqueryable is a better choice. Why? Because it will reduce network traffic and it will also utilize the power of SQL, right? So I hope that this video was useful. In this video, we were trying to understand in what scenarios we should use IEnumerable and in what scenarios we should use Iqueryable. So next time, when you are thinking about using IEnumerable or Iqueryable, just ask one question to yourself. Is this collection connected to database or is this collection in memory?